Welcome to A's Rocks Movie Reviews, my family, and today we're going to be discussing one of my all-time favorite movies back in the 90s, before I was really heavy into action flicks. This was the movie that started it all for me, The Professional. In other countries, it goes by maybe Léon, The Professional. But here in the States, The Professional, starring Reno, Gary Oldman, and a young Natalie Portman. And Luke Benson, the director, brings such a style of violent action to this where it's an all-time masterpiece. Before there was Die Hard, there was this. This is action cinema with a real heart. And The Professional tells the story of a milk-drinking, illiterate hitman for Italian mob boss and in New York City who has a favorite plant. His next-door neighbor is a 12-year-old little girl with an abusive father who skims drugs off of his connect, and come to find out that they're gonna be massacred. And everybody in this movie stands out in different ways, starting with Natalie Portman as a young actress. She was so poignant in this role. She was very elegant for her age, and you can tell with time she developed into a beast. Reno, who usually tag teamed a lot with Luke Benson, and Luke Benson brought him to the United States and to star in this movie, and he knocks it out the park. He's very likable, he's very real, and you understand his character. This movie's intense, it's gripping, and one of the reasons it's intense and gripping is because Gary Oldman is outlandish in his role. And the movie, especially with the cinematography, is very stylish. One of the best features that debuts is the action. Even though it's a little gory for an action flick, it's so necessary. Visually, it's very stylish with striking location. The atmosphere where it's looking for here in New York City, it works. The lighting, the authentic and bold cinematography, the soundtrack also does very well in enhancing the mood of each scene, and Benson's direction. And it was unique. It's one of those unique films where I think it was legendary the way he basically visioned this movie, because it kind of gave birth to a whole stream of action flicks in the 90s. And with this, there's also a gripping story with well-crafted characters, particularly Mathilda, who's played by Natalie Portman, and Reno's character, Léon. This has a cracking script with crisp pacing, and while there are some over-the-top intense moments, you never for one be like, oh, that's not believable. No, it's over the top, but in a very positive way. Especially with moments from the beginning, particularly the chemistry between the little girl and the hitman expands. There are some important ones too, you know. The acting is excellent. You have Reno playing Léon, who's very charismatic. He's very commanding in his role. He should be, right? He's the title role, while Gary Oldman is bombastic. He's wild, he's fun, very energetic, but without being campy. He's very realistic. But I was especially impressed with the overall story. It delivers one of the best and most captivating features on film. In conclusion, this was a fabulous film. It's hard to believe all this time has passed since that film. It's one of the most memorable duels in history, especially for a debut, Natalie Portman's first film. You know, about a 40-year-old man and a 12-year-old girl, and how she eventually falls in love with him because, you know, he saves her from being massacred. It's a modern version of Lolita, and it was incredible. I like these calm moments before the storm in the introduction to the movie, and this is classified as one of the greats in the 90s. You definitely have to go check it out. It's fascinating. Well, check it out right now. I believe you can catch it on Netflix. And you're going to see awesome acting, awesome action, a very, very engaging story. And let me know what you think in the Discord. Do you like the film? Was it over the top? Do you like the chemistry between the two leads? Was Gary Oldman a beast in his role? Did you like the ending? Did it surprise you? Why weren't there a sequel? I don't know. Let's talk about it. If you liked this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. And if you want more from me, subscribe.